Today's video is going to be a quick one. I have 3 heavy weapons I want you to be looking out for this season. I don't usually do heavy weapon reviews, but I've been having a lot of fun with these. And if you come across them, try them. One of them you're gonna get, but with what it has, you're gonna see what it can do. And if you like it, you can look out for the other one if you want. And to be clear here, these weapons have a use. They do. Not necessarily DPS. You know what those options are. You have those options. The whole goal here is to see the possibilities and if it's something that you would use with your build, your playstyle, your play loop. And also be thinking about weapon surges too. The first up, the Mercado 52, a Suro Strand 450 RPM machine gun. It's a world drop, and it feels like they've drastically upped that world drop rate. I've gotten 8 of these so far, and I've deleted 2 of them. So thank you, Bungie. That's much better than the 0 that I would usually get. But since this is a world drop, there are some things to look for. And again, use it in your kit if you see fit. In the third column, Threat Detector, Steady Hands, Demolitionist, Slice, Attrition Orbs, Triple Tap. Final column, Onslaught, Hatchling, Surrounded, Adagio, Under Over, Golden Tricorn. Remember with the artifact, we have things like picking up an orb, grants unravel rounds to strand weapons, and things like that, but there's a lot to like here with these perks. Here are the roles that I have, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some synergy, and then come back with some combinations. Some I have, some I don't, but I have Steady Hands Onslaught, 2 of them. Threat Detector Golden Tricorn, 2 of them. Slice Hatchling and Slice Surrounded. And I'm going to be on Broodweaver with the Suspend build in the background, but let's start off with Onslaught. Wild Auto Machine Gun, stacks at ×3. And with that third stack, it's just pumping that magazine out. So, obviously ad clear. Very efficient and quick ad clear. And it can be used on a single target when you get that max stack. It's strands, so there's sever, there's unravel rounds, and a lot more. It's a mowing perk. Then we have Golden Tricorn. The other strand machine gun in the game is the Circular Logic. It also has Golden Tricorn. And what's nice about Golden Tricorn on strand, it's very easy to get to ×2. 50% more damage. Like on Broodweaver here, just the act of the Mind Spun Shackle. Eat the Grenade, the Suspend build. Just start shooting things and ×2 is going to proc. And if you're interested on using a machine gun with strand, this is a nice pickup for it as we go on. Then we get into Slice. I ended up getting one of the roles I was looking for, and I went over Slice in detail with that Lethal Abundance review, the Iron Banner Strand AR. But you use your class ability, you hit them, they deal 40% less damage. But with this one, you're going to be dealing 40% more damage. They do 40% less, you do 40% more. Really good combination. There's things like Slice Onslaught, or like this one, Slice Hatchling. You can do some cool things with strand on it, and if you have a roll with Slice, that opens up the other subs to it. So again, if there's a machine gun surge, you have one with Onslaught or Surrounded, Golden Tricorn, it can work well. Next, we have a sword, Abide the Return, the Dreaming City sword. So if you're doing Coil or the Well, this drops for you, take a look at it. It starts with Attrition Orbs, and this is a weapon type that the perk can shine on. I got a Waking Vigil with Shoot to Loot Attrition Orbs. It's a neat interaction, landing a lot of hits. That orb just pops up, you shoot it, grab an armor charge, all the things, but not useful at all. It's just neat. But with a sword, with Attrition Orbs, you want Relentless Strikes. Landing 3 light attacks within a short time gets you some sword ammo back. And what's so cool about this interaction, and I'm on Banner of War Titan here, we all know, defeat a target with a melee, sword, finisher, you get some stacks, periodic healing, you get increased sword damage. You get those stacks up and you just lay into something. Light attacks. Then an orb's gonna pop out. Now with that orb, if you're on strand, you're gonna get Woven Mail. So you have DR, and that orb's also going to give you your Lucent Blades fuel. All in one. It's on autopilot. Light attack away, and you're getting ammo back. You're getting more damage with Banner, with Lucent Blades. It's great. It's an adaptive sword, a solar one. I'm going to come back to this. Now, the same combo, the third weapon, is going to be on the seasonal activity track, the new Caster Sword. You should at some point, if you're playing, get this, same combination. This one's a Void Caster, Relentless Attrition. Same thing. It also has Vanguard's Vindication, so after those sword kills, you're going to get health. So you can try that one out and see if you want it on a solar sword. Because with solar, it's going to work better on a solar sub. Especially if you have Radiant up, you want to keep Radiant up with something like Empyrean. Solar weapon final blows extend Radiant. And the origin trait's decent on this. Advanced reflexes. When you take damage, just block, you get a faster charge rate. And this is better paired with Lucent Blades, because that also helps the charge rate. Not really that big a deal. But all in all though, if a stationary target's there, you just wail on them and profit. Getting ammo back, extending it all. These 3 are useful tools, and if you're interested, keep an eye out for them. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about these 3 down below. Do they fit into any of your builds? Would you use them? And when I was using the Relentless Strike Attrition Orb, like all I could think is, man, this thing would be great for Crota. Spawning orbs for your team, they can use whatever swords they want, and everybody can always have their Lucent Blades, but they're pretty good. Let's talk about it down below. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.